guys? Travis Jamison. Over the last decade, I've been lucky enough to have founded about 10 companies. I've been lucky enough to exit a couple of those. I've invested in a few dozen companies, and I've purchased wholeheartedly a couple companies. And through all of this, the backbone of everything for me personally has pretty much been SEO. So that's what I'm going to ramble about here. For my talk, I definitely recommend watching the screens more. There's going to be more stuff up there than that's going to be happening with me. So the original talk was supposed to be the 80-20 in 2019, but I've got 12 minutes, so that is not happening. So I'm just going to go over 5 SEO hacks that are working really well right now. So the first one is less is more. You need to audit your existing content instead of worrying about new content as much if you have a large established site. What that means is removing underperforming content will frequently produce better results than adding new content. So again, removing the stuff that Google is not rewarding will make your site in general go up. So site health plus improving the topical relevance equals winning. So how it works, real simple. Step 1 is identify the pages to remove. So we're going to be using Ahrefs and analytics. That's all you need. To do it, we have the audit checklist. This is the things to look for. We have, is the page older than 6 months? If it's not, then it probably hasn't had time to reach its full potential. Does it generate traffic? Obviously. Is it about the core topic of the business? Which means, is it topically relevant? If it's an offshoot post you might have made, it could be bringing the site health and relevance down a little bit. And of course, if it has thin content, get rid of it. And of course, if it has good backlinks, you want that. But so after auditing, you're going to have an easy decision with the bulk of your data. Does the page have no backlinks? Does it have no traffic? And is it not topically relevant? If so, just get rid of it. It's going to make it easy. Here is a screenshot of a business I bought a few months ago. My team just got done auditing it. You can see that we have trashed over 2,000 of the 3,000 posts using just the easy metrics that I just went over. It can be quite extreme. But after that, you have a few tougher decisions that you can get into. What happens if a page has good backlinks to it, but no traffic? You can actually think about consolidating posts. So maybe 301 it to another similar topic, and you can combine the link juice a little bit. What if a page is getting traffic from social media, but hasn't no organic rankings? In that case, you can actually think about no indexing the post. It's not providing any organic value for you, or you can improve it. And last, Ahrefs and Traffic Think Tank have really good guides on this that I referenced. And here is the results of after the tougher analysis. You can see I deleted 2,700 out of the 3,000 posts. This is not the norm, but you can see it can be pretty extreme. Here are the results. They speak for themselves. All right, hack number 2, borrowing brand names. So a few years ago, I founded a software called AMZ Tracker. It was in the Amazon FBA space. One of our main competitors was named Snagshout. So what did I do? I went into our forum and I created this clickbaity post, Snagshout warning. And then I ranked it for the term Snagshout, their brand name. You can see we got almost 22,000 visitors to this post. These are people coming to this page that had no idea who we were, and we were able to convert them into our customers. On the page, we talked about, hey, our friendly competitor Snagshout, who we just happen to be much cheaper than, and then a plug later on. We got a ton of customers in this post who never would have heard of us otherwise, and our product was better and cheaper. So how do you use this? Competitors, as I just talked about, also synergistic brands, other brands in your industry that maybe you're not a competitor with. Zapier does a really great job of this. Every time they do an integration, Trello to Gmail, they're going to make a post about it. They rank for a ton of different brand names and get links from them. And also brand versus brand. So imagine Drip in its early days before anyone had heard of them. If they had ranked for a post, MailChimp versus Aweber versus Drip. All of a sudden, these people who were looking at MailChimp versus Aweber are now considering Drip. They never would have before. You can just leech traffic off. Number 3, focus on the buyer intent for your keyword. I'm really emphasizing your here, and I'll go over that in a second why I'm doing that. So you've probably heard of focusing on buyer keywords before. I've been preaching it for years. Here is an example of the average keywords of a site, and you can see that little tiny red sliver is the transactional keywords. Keywords with like a buyer intent behind them. Here are the keywords that lead to customers. That little tiny red sliver is now making up 80% of the customers that are coming in from organic. So I'm going to tell you like why I emphasize your product. So when I mentioned AMZ Tracker before, our first feature that we built in was actually just a keyword rank tracker for the Amazon search engine. An Amazon keyword rank tracker. So it was obviously going to be the first thing that we built in. You can see that we had combined total search volume of about 200 searchers a month for those two terms. Guess how many subscribers we got from there? Let's do some SaaS math. We've got about 150 visitors a month from that post. 30 subscribers a month. Again, that's an insane conversion rate because we are really scratching the itch that people are searching. They didn't search SEO software. They didn't search Amazon seller software. They searched Amazon keyword rank tracker, and we were the answer for that. We've added almost $1 million in MRR just from a post. Sorry, $1 million to the valuation of your business, sorry. Just from a post that brought in 150 visitors a month. So I'm not saying to ignore the other keywords. All I'm saying is focus on the transactional keywords first. Especially if you're early on in your business, it's going to get you to profitability way, way, way quicker. Over time, build the trust, build the community, that type of stuff. But just start with the transactional stuff. Number 4, new rule. Less keywords, more topics. Despite all the stuff I just said about keywords in the last hack, in 2019, it's far more about the general topics of pages than it is about keywords. So I'm saying don't go and create separate pages targeting each individual keywords. You want to create a master post covering the whole entire topic. So I'll go over some specifics. This is a blog post of mine, and you can see it has really shitty rankings. Like the highest it ranks for of the keywords that I'm tracking is 19. Here's the traffic from the last 30 days. 2,600 visitors. Where is that coming from? It's not ranking for anything. The long tails. So I dropped it into Ahrefs and examined ranking keywords, and you can see it ranks number 1 for bazillion long tails. And if I could take the screenshot, it would keep going down, about 40 of those. So all kinds of awesome stuff coming from it. So what does this mean? It means to stop focusing on the individual and focusing on the total topic. And that includes backlinks, anchor text are a lot less important. Google is figuring out what a page is about. You don't need to spam it with anchor text like this to tell it what it means. And the second thing is to stop half-assing the content. Like cover the entire topic. So go to some keyword tools. Doesn't matter what. Find out the other keywords. So here we got unicorn food, unicorn macaroons, unicorn chocolate, unicorn dishes. Incorporate that type of stuff. Find out the questions that people are asking. How to make unicorn food. What is unicorn food trend? And incorporate some of that. So a few more points specifically on the content. More guides, of course. Use structure within your post. So if you can use list, table of contents, schema markups, tables, Google is eating that shit up. They will reward you with some rich snippets all day long, and they love your content. Ask and answer the questions. I mean, literally ask and answer a question in the post. Question, what is the best food for unicorns? Answer, well, the best food for unicorns is. Literally put this in your content, and Google will reward you with the rich snippets. And TF, IDF, to be honest, I don't have time to go over this. It's going over. You can Google this. That's the basics of it, though. Hack number 5, the final one. How to get 548% more backlinks using the methods you are already using. That's a bullshit number, by the way. All right, so the most common like white hat link building techniques right now, everybody's using them. Broken link building, yes posting, skyscraper post. You probably all know about this. Skyscraper post, if you don't know, is where you just create the most comprehensive guide about a subject that exists, and then you reach out to everybody linking to inferior guides and say, hey, mine's better, link out to me instead. Now this is brought on a whole lot more email spam just from these posts alone. That's also a bullshit number. So to answer the question though, how do you actually get more links from using the exact same methods? And the answer is to incentivize the prospects. So to do this, you can offer, when you're doing the outreach, you can offer to promote the post in your social media. If you're an established brand and have a great social media, this is an easy win. People want to be exposed to it. So it's not like the magic ticket. It's just going to up your conversion rate of people saying yes. And even if you don't have a good social media presence, it'll still up your conversion rate. Newsletters, fantastic. If you have an established brand, especially with synergistic brands, kind of like we mentioned Zapier was doing, if every link you got, you promoted in your newsletter, say, hey, these people are talking about us, check it out. They're going to love it because it's going to bring them more customers and it's not going to be competitive towards yourself. Free products, this is mostly for like physical brands, e-commerce, but software can get away with it as well. And the last that most people don't like, but is true, an offer to pay an administrative fee for their time. So if you're reaching out and saying, hey, don't mind paying $50, $100 for the administrative cost for your staff for their time to do this, to make this post, for us to post it. People don't like it, but it is what it is. We personally, when we do this type of outreach, we use a dummy agency as kind of a buffer between us. So we'll set up a fake website of some agency and do the outreach there. So that way they don't really know who we're reaching out for. That keeps us kind of separated, a little safer. At the end of the day, that is the winner, unfortunately, to getting the highest conversion rate. The newsletter is second, and if you have a really good brand, it can take it over. Like if MailChimp was going to release us in their newsletter, I would obviously go for that over $100. That's it.